Lesson 19B, we are solving two-step word problems with fractions. So this is the third time we're doing this kind of problem. We did the same thing with integers, then we did the same thing with adding and subtracting positive and negative decimals. Now we're going to do that with fractions. So these word problems are going to look very familiar to you because it's the same setup that we've been practicing for a long time now. This is not the one on your notes. It's one that we've done in the past. Recognize it? You've seen this a lot on your homework. So Mrs. Treble is charging her students $25 per lesson plus a recital fee. How many lessons did this student take? Who remembers how to set this up? Go ahead. 25x plus 15 Very nice. And then we would solve it just like we always solve. Get rid of the constant, then the coefficient, and then we get x equals a number. Can we leave it that way? What do we need to do, Brian? Final answer needs to look like a what? Sentence. Student took 5 lessons. So the things we're looking for here are these keywords. Per, each, for every, things like that. Okay, that will tell you that the term is changing. It varies depending on something else. So that's your variable term. And then there's a constant, like they already went this far, or plus this many, or whatever. And then there's always a total, which would be your equals. So number 1 on your notes, it says, it rained a total, keyword total, of 10 inches in a week. Go ahead and circle that. The first day, it rained 6 inches. So this is a constant. It already rained this much. Then it rained 2/3 inches each day after that. Keyword each. How many more days did it rain for? How do you think we're going to set this up? Go ahead.
6x plus, no.
Each day.
6 plus 2/3 x
Mm-hmm.
equals 10.
Let's put that x term first. 2/3 x plus 6 equals 10. Okay? Same setup as we've been practicing forever now. Keyword was each day. Depending on number of days, that number of inches is going to change, right? That varies. So that's our variable term. And then our constant is 6 because it already rained that much. That's not going to change. That's in the past. And then total obviously would be our equals. So we're going to solve this just like we've been practicing. Get rid of the constant first. Then we have 2/3 x equals 4. What's the next step? Very nice. Divide by 2/3, and that is x equals 4 divided by 2/3. I cannot cross-cancel or anything, but what do I have to do first before I can think about cross-canceling? No? How do I divide fractions? Good. Keep, change, flip, which is multiply by the reciprocal. Now can I cross-cancel anything? Yep, I can cross-divide these two numbers. So x equals 6. Is that my final answer? Nope, the question's asking how many more days did it rain for? So what would be a sentence you can write? Good. It rained for 6 more days. Any questions? All right, let's try number 2. Andrea is given some pieces of ribbon that are each 2/5 feet long. That's going to be our x term because of the word each tells us that it depends on how many feet how many pieces that the number of feet is going to change. She already has 2 feet, so that's our plus. And the total length is 15, so that's our equals 15. 2/5 x plus 2 equals 15. I'll give you a few minutes to go ahead and solve that one. Great. Subtract 2 from both sides. Get rid of that constant first. And we're left with 2/5 x equals. Good. And then divide by 2/5 on both sides. So we have 1x So we wrote that sideways, and then multiply by the reciprocal. And sometimes we can cross divide, sometimes we can't. Can we this time? We cannot, right? So what do we have to do? Multiply straight across. And Maro, keep going. What would that be? 13 times 5 is... over, very nice, which is What's that as a decimal? Just curious. Good. You can also have it as a decimal if you would prefer. And that's not our final answer. What do I need from you? I need you to answer the question how with a sentence. And it's asking you how many pieces of ribbon was she given. So what would your sentence sound like?
She was given 32.5 pieces.
Very good. So again, we got rid of the constant, then we divided to get rid of the coefficient, multiply by the reciprocal, and we left with 32.5 or 32.5 pieces of ribbon. Go ahead and try number 3. Rodney is selling candy that weighs half a pound each. He packed them in a box that weighed 8 pounds. The total weight of the box with the candy and the box weighs together is 30. How many candies were in the box? Half pound each, keyword each. He put them in a box. The box by itself weighed 8 pounds. Is that empty box going to change how much it weighs if it stays empty? It doesn't change, right? So that's your constant. The weight of the box stays constant. And then the total is 30. Very good. Let's have Zach do the first step.
You subtract 8 and you subtract
From
8 and then you subtract 8 from 30.
Good, and that's 22. Natalie, what's the next step after that? Very nice. Divide by half on both sides. So we're left with x equals our division problem. Vilea, what's next? Okay, multiply by the reciprocal, and there is nothing to cross cancel. We just multiply straight across. 22 times 2 is 44. How many candies were in the box? As a sentence? There are 44 candies in the box. Very nice. Let's do 4 and 5. Go ahead and just finish both of those. 27x? 2 over 7x. 2 sevenths x plus 10 equals 24. Very good. And Grace, do you want to go ahead and solve this one for us? From both sides.
I divided 2.7.
2.7.
I mean, not 2.7, 0.7.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yep. Change it to multiply. Cross cancel.
And then I multiplied straight across.
Very nice. And you get 49. What is your sentence, Grace?
I did not remember.
What would your sentence be?
So it would be there were 49.
Very good. Any questions about number 4? Who got this one right? Awesome. You guys are doing great. Last one. Sonia walked 9 miles today. It doesn't have the word total, but if she walked that many for the whole day, wouldn't that be the total? Right? First, she walked this many, 3 miles. Does that change? It's in the past. It doesn't change, right? It already happened, so that's your constant. Then she walked laps around a 3/2 mile loop trail at the park, which is 1.5 miles. So if she's walking laps, that's 1.5, then 1.5, then 1.5, then 1.5. So her total is going to change, or the number of miles changes depending on how many laps she walks, right? So that's going to be our varying term. So it's our variable term. Do you want to set it up?
I don't know if it was right, but I did 3/2x plus 3 equals 9.
That's perfect. 3/2x plus 3 equals 9.
That's all.
Yes.
So then I subtracted 3 on both sides,
Mhm.
and then I divided 3/2 by 6.
6 divided by
Or 6
3/2.
divided by 3/2,
Mhm.
and I got x equals 4.
Very good. This could cross
My
cancel
sentence
here.
is Sonia can walk around the trail 4 times.
Very good. The question asks how many laps can she walk? So you're right, she can walk 4 laps. Any questions about this? Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Number 2s, you're going to speak first, and then number 1s, you'll take your turn next. What did you learn today? Ready? Share.